Hey, hey,
Hey,
I'm Brian,
and I'm Kristen.
and this is the Brian and Kristen podcast, special episode Thanksgiving evening. So, how's everything going with you, Kristen?
Well, first of all, I'm surprised you didn't point out my background. You're usually pretty quick to notice where I am.
Yeah, well, I know that background real well. That's the one I usually use. We're literally trading places this Thanksgiving because that's my room. So, he-
Oh, and
you're
I am besties down here too. Special
oh,
guest
good,
besties down here. Yeah.
good. I'm glad he's still comfortable. Does he miss me?
It doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like it. Okay, he's got a good life no matter what. Okay,
Yeah.
he's got a good life. That's excellent. So you're back home, and now I'm on the road this time. So
And where are you?
I'm in El Paso, Texas. Just got to El Paso, Texas. Had to drive from Austin today to El Paso. So I had to miss your guys' good feast,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, and
And I was going to say, and to be clear, I'm actually on an overnight for one of my trips. So it actually works out that I'm technically at work.
yeah, okay, that's excellent. You're still at work, but you're
I
at home.
mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, talk about a win-win.
Yeah, you should work for a tech company. That's what they do. So
I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I had like a work from home, my work from home would be more like napping.
yeah,
Whereas, you know,
yeah, it's true. So if they call you, you got to just take off and go straight there.
well, I know what time I'm supposed to be at the airport tomorrow. So
Oh,
I am officially not on call right now. So nobody freak out. This is legit. I do have time off right now, but I
oh,
do have to be back at the airport tomorrow morning.
what time?
Like 12:30.
Oh, that ain't bad.
No.
Okay, that's good. Okay, cool. And what'd you guys have to eat?
All the traditional like Thanksgiving fixins, mashed
Yeah,
potatoes, noodles,
did
dressing.
mom made that broccoli casserole?
Good old broccoli casserole. I mean,
Yeah.
anything that you can make turn a vegetable into a casserole, it's got to be legit. Take the health benefits right out and throw a can of soup and some cheese in. Perfect.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of cheese, and that's why I like it so much. And that's the only time she'll get me to eat broccoli. So
Hasn't changed since you were two.
yeah, exactly. So well, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty wild that we. I'm glad that you were able to make it home because I would have loved to have been there, but um, I got called to do this gig in El Paso, and it's one of my favorite places to come. So I wanted to make it. So, and I did have a Thanksgiving dinner though. I had the Whataburger here in El Paso. So big burger. Yeah, it's not as good as
I
mom's
mean,
cooking, but
I don't know. I feel like in Texas, maybe that counts for Thanksgiving
yeah, I think
burgers.
if people here consider, it looks like there were a lot of people there getting their Thanksgiving more than you would think. So I guess that counts. So um, it was pretty good. I got to admit, it was pretty good. So, and it was pretty fun being in Austin. There was just a lot going on, and got to do some shows and everything. So, um, but what are you got any Thanksgivings that you particularly remember when we were growing up?
Wait, before I go into that, I do. Mrs. M is here too, right?
Oh yes, Mrs. M.
Yeah, Mrs. M. Yep. So we had she's here too, so that's fun.
Yeah, that's
Um,
Mrs. I love Mrs. M.
particular Thanksgiving memories. I always remember. I don't know why I remember you and Scott and well, Mike. I don't know whoever played football. Like I feel like that was always a tradition is to play football after everybody eats. It's like, what do you really think you're going to outrun the calories you consumed? I doubt it.
um, yeah, that was fun. Always playing. Tim would usually throw us the ball out there because most Thanksgivings were at Grandma's house,
Yep.
and I got one I really remember. Well, I kind of remember. Do you remember when I got my head cracked open?
I do. Was that when
Yeah,
you knew you were going to be a wrestler? You're like,
yeah, I
this is a
guess I
sign.
did. I was like 5 years old. I think I was wrestling with Mike, and and I was on top of him, and he put his feet in my chest and kicked me off of him, and my head hit the uh, corner of the door. Grandma's there, and blood was just gushing everywhere. I remember crying. Now I was like 5 years old, so I don't know if, um, I don't know how bad it was, but I know I had to get 8 stitches, so it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So
Really put a damper in the holiday.
yeah, it did. They're driving me to the emergency room. I forget, somebody was putting a cloth on my head. I don't know if dad was driving and maybe mom was putting a cloth on my head or something.
Yeah.
Everybody was freaked out, and yeah, still might be have done some permanent brain damage to me. I'm not for sure.
Yeah. Well, at least you're here to tell the story.
Yeah, can still tell the story of that. And then yeah, going to grandma's playing football. Was there? Yeah, I guess our Thanksgivings were always pretty good because grandma was such a good cook. And I also do remember though during because Thanksgiving would be right kind of at the beginning of wrestling season. So I don't know if you remember that I used to eat. I would eat one plate at Thanksgiving, and then I would go into the to grandma's room where she had her stationary bike.
That's right. And then you would ride that bike for hours. You know what? I saw, I think it was Tim and Jackie not so long ago at something, and they were commenting how I think it was them, commenting how they remembered you riding the bike after the holidays. It's so funny that that sticks out as a memory to people that you would like eat a whole plate of food and then you just ride that bike. The rest of the time. And the best was like it was like situated, wasn't it situated in the middle of like the family room where the television was? So you just be on there riding and everybody's trying to watch like the Dallas football game, and you're like, Brian, we can't hear, it's too loud. You're like, I gotta lose some weight.
Yeah, yeah, I made weight every time. So I feel like that really got me in great shape because, hey, I was eating one. You want to eat 2 plates, but so then you eat less. But then the fact that I was doing that, on a day where everybody's supposed to be lazy and take it easy, and I would always ride that.
That's funny too, because when I was finished eating here, I was like, man, what I wouldn't do if I had the Peloton here right now. I'd jump on that thing and go for a spin.
Yeah,
Um, but that maybe that's a good holiday strategy. Eating strategy is eat a plate and then exercise.
yeah. I think the stationary bike's good too because, at Thanksgiving you're all super full, so you don't want to be like running. And plus, of course, if you're in Ohio, it's cold on Thanksgiving, so you per se don't want to be going outside, and you can still be sociable with people on Thanksgiving while riding the bike.
Just depends on how hard you're working. Like you can't talk back, but they can talk at you.
Yeah, yeah. So it just depends on that. And you know what else I used to remember about Thanksgiving was I feel like ET would always come on.
Oh,
Was
at
that
night?
Yeah, was that the night when they would play ET?
I think so.
I feel like ET. I mean, I know there was Charlie Brown came on, but I feel like it would be like Thanksgiving when they would play like ET and stuff. But I could be wrong on that date, but I remember one of them being ET and then of course the football games that were always going on television and um yeah, a lot's changed. I mean, because grandma had that nice house out there in the country, and now it's all, it's just a far gone memory.
Yep. But at
I
least it
say
was a good one.
at least it was a good one. Yeah, I mean, every Thanksgiving at grandma's was a good time. So, um, and then remember, she also had that big Santa Claus that was always upstairs.
That thing it was scary.
Wonder what happened to that.
Who knows? He's probably out there haunting people. That thing scared me to death. I mean, I know it was Santa and all, but geez.
Just a big Santa.
Plastic Santa. I mean, it was like life size.
Yeah, it was bigger than we were.
Yeah.
and, and you were afraid of it? I don't know. Was I afraid? I don't think I was afraid of it. Was I?
I don't think so.
No.
I just thought it seemed weird.
Yeah, just because nothing really ever happened. She never really said it outside or anything. It just
Yeah, no,
stayed
it
up.
wasn't like a Christmas decoration. It was just like up in the attic. I don't know, the
Yeah,
upstairs. It was just up there.
there's Santa Claus.
Uh, it's
Yeah.
funny.
So that was yeah, that was a pretty fun memory. So now what? Now Thanksgiving's already over pretty much.
I know there was a woman on one of the flights today. She had on like her oh my god, what's the Christmas movie with oh, not the Christmas story. The Griswolds. What's that called? Griswold's Family Christmas?
Yes. The
Yes.
yeah, I think that's what yeah.
So she had one of those shirts on today, and I was like, "Oh, we're done with Thanksgiving. We're already into Christmas." Like that's what she said. I said when she boarded the plane, and as she left, I was telling everybody else Happy Thanksgiving. But when I saw her, I was like, "Merry Christmas," because obviously Thanksgiving's over, and Happy New Year. But it's funny. It's like, all right, well, people probably buy. Well, they're sure starting to buy their Christmas presents. It's Black Friday almost.
Yeah, tomorrow. And Pamela, Ohio said, I missed the first part, but happy Thanksgiving, you too. Thank you, Pamela. And Pamela's our probably our number one supporter. Uh, Comes in and watches us all the time. She's who I met in Toledo after I got hurt there in 2018, and we've been friends ever since. She bought a Swine Time shirt. Actually, the night of the show was pretty busy, so then the next night I was walking around, and her and her friend were at the hotel, and then they bought a Swine Time shirt, and we've been friends ever since. So
Wow.
yeah,
And I did notice you have a lot of Swine Time merch here in your room.
yeah. I don't know if we can show them at all, but we have
I mean, we've got the card holders you can put on the back of your phone. So, you know,
yes,
everybody needs one of those.
right here,
A good hay hat. Yep. There,
yeah,
there you
there
go. And some
yeah,
rings. So, yeah, there's a lot of Swine Time merch to be had. So,
yeah.
message Brian if you're interested in anything.
Yeah, we got to get it to where we can sell off of a store on YouTube. There's a way to do that, but I don't know how to do that yet. But that'd be good. But in the meantime, yeah, hopefully,
Go to a live show and just pick it up in
yeah,
person.
that's even better.
Yeah.
So that's even better. Well, I'm glad that you got to get back home and see everyone. I need merch, Pam. Yeah, I'm gonna get you some merch next time for sure. We got to get Pam in a hay hat and a hay shirt. Come to
Yeah.
Toledo again.
I'm going to just,
Um,
can we see this? Hey.
hey.
So, there
Oh,
you go.
there we go. There we go. Well, give Mom a hug for me and
All
Mrs.
right.
M. And they're still out there eating right now or hanging
Oh
out.
no, they were going to see if they could watch this on on mom's phone, but I didn't know where you go live, so I don't know if they're watching it or
Well,
not.
it's
But
Facebook and YouTube, so hopefully they figured it out, but I doubt it.
I even tried to help, and I'm like, I don't know which page he goes live on. This is my best guess, so I probably wasn't too much of a help either.
Well, that's good. Well, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for
Thanks.
checking in on me. We're already to episode 22. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
So,
No.
and guys, if you have questions for us or anything, stay in touch. Pam, thanks for. Oh, Carolina says we're here, so they're watching. They made it onto YouTube.
All right. Good. Well, at
Yeah,
least you had a helper there.
yeah, yeah. They kind of pulled it out without without some major help.
Well, yeah, but I didn't help much either, so had to get somebody younger than myself to figure it out.
I wonder if Mom can chirp in here, send us a text if we're getting the stories correct as we of childhood. Uh, and how many I means did I say? You know what I mean? Did I say?
It'll be a full report card. I can go get it in person and report back.
Well, cool. Well, excellent. Well, we're that was great, Kristen. I think it was awesome to see you on Thanksgiving. Wish I could have been there with all you guys in person, but then again, I'm glad I can get a gig tonight. This week. So I don't know if anybody's watching from El Paso, but this weekend, El Paso, Texas, don't miss it. The comic strip.
All right.
And where will you be flying to, Kristen?
I go to tomorrow. I go to Denver, Baltimore, and then I end up in San Juan and Orlando, and back to Baltimore. So I
Get
got a
your
few
tickets,
different places.
Southwest Airlines.
Oh, God. Don't tell anybody where I work.
Meet Kristen in person, get an autograph. She's doing big things with her career. She's on a new podcast. So.
That's right. That's funny. I'll be
Oh,
passing out autographs on the plane.
yeah. And pretzels.
They'll be like, "Hey, did we see you on episode 22 already?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was me. My brother's room."
Yeah, my brother's room. All right, Kristen.
All
Well,
right.
thank you. And
Happy
thanks everybody for
Thanksgiving.
watching. See you guys
Bye.
next time. Bye.